WIFTPM.
Riis Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You gotta
attack.
get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Yeah, man. Ideas, man. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you want to be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you want to be free. Let's go. Standing my ground, I can't mess around now. It's like my time is in a bottle, captured by your love, yeah. Now I know women's got this thing going on. We can't stay around so long, but I wanna come correct. Baby, get your foot off my neck. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. Understand clearly, that you wanna be free. It's the time that you spend making me think within. It's the trust still beginning. Fade away from beginning of the day. I can see you trembling times, and I can see you wondering mine. Is it me considered? Shoot us with it. See, you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see, baby, that you want to be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you want to be free, yeah. I'm just trying to be the best I can. You can call me the troubling man. Matter of fact, I'm from the side of the street. Baby girl, you're calling on me at the time that I feel the presence around me. Something that I can't let go. It's your time and everything around me there. I just wanna hold on, but you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. I just wanna come correct, best I can. Baby, get your foot on my neck. And just before you just leave, baby, I've been trying to tell you I can't breathe. You don't have to find me, baby, walking right behind me. It's so clear to see that you want me free. Damn pressure, baby. I just want pressure, baby. No, ooh. No, ooh.
Crescent moon, drop top cruising, old school music, old school juicy. Gotta make my way to you. Pull up on that ass like, ooh. I wanna take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the A, the Bay, everywhere. I'll take you downtown, girl. Show you all the kind of things in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the kind of things in life. I wanna take you down.
Lake Shore, I made sure to make sure, yeah, that my place yours, yeah. 28th floor, yeah, I had 8 thoughts, yeah, all 8 yours, yeah, cake for dessert, but I ate yours.
Take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the A, the Bay, everywhere, fly all over. Your last boy couldn't hear what you asked for. Your last boy didn't even know. I'm gonna take you downtown, girl. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down. 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 I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life.
WIFTDPM.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. It is Maze Jackson on a wipe down Thursday. have to wipe it all down. You get the bring. Sometimes you use 409. Sometimes you use bleach. Today I think I used bleach.
Oh, we had a little holy water into it a little bit too.
We had to sprinkle the joint, spray it down a little bit. I clicked in yesterday, and by the time I said, wait, what? Oh, he lame, I got to go. And I'm not talking about your guests. I'm talking about, wait, the video. I was like, hold on. Say again on the video. I made 2 comments, and then I just had to dip. Because I was just like, oh, yeah, I got to, I need Jesus in my life. And so I was like, I am going to go ahead. Now, I had to. Okay, let me also say this. Shout out to everybody who was at the What's in It for the Black People meeting, whether you were in person or via Zoom. But if y'all ever rush me out of my meeting, talk about we got to get the week, I was like, let me tell you something. Did you interrupt my conversation to tell me that you needed to get? Now, I like Riis and all. And I'm still trying to figure, I kind of like Toy, but, that whole Spirit Airlines kind of threw me off.
Doing better. She doing better.
Southwest?
Southwest and up, she said.
All right, Southwest and up. All right. But if y'all ever in y'all life ever again, y'all gonna get Riis show canceled. Talk about some, can we, please, cause we only got 6 minutes to get there. I was like, it's the same. You click over.
They trying to, what I'm saying, get to the sensation that's been sweeping the nation. Man.
Oh, you know what, Riis?
Yours already here, so you know what I'm saying. They trying to get to the new one that's sweeping the nation.
I'm not even tripping on you, brother.
Then it was a lot of the morning crew come there, like a couple of people.
That's how it always. Let Riis. Can you? Okay, go ahead, finish.
Like a couple of people. At first they tune in. Like at first the crowd, they be like, "Oh no, this too much for me." But low key, each week I see some new members from the morning time coming over and chiming in now. So definitely thank everybody for coming over, man.
The sneak freaks. I'm gonna start calling the morning show sneak freaks. Because if you can see, the morning show sneak freaks be over at week Wednesday.
And they stay the whole time too. And I went to like 40 and they rocking me the whole 40.
I seen you yesterday. I said, look at Riis trying to hold on to some little numbers.
Little bit.
Like no. Let me back up. Because that's one of the habits that we have, and I gotta break mine. Look at Riis and Toy putting in the work on their show.
Appreciate it, man.
Let me back that out and say, let me see. I see you driving. I see you pushing. I see you doing your thing. And that's all I really want, bro. Like all I want is hustle. Like people that got something, that want something to do something. Welcome back to the green side of things. They was back yesterday. Cassiopeia. I was like, it been so long since I seen Cassie in real life. She walked past me and she was like, hey, Mace. I was like, hey, who is this? Oh, Cassie, what's up? Green side of things, Brother Sadiq. Poor Brother Sadiq. I was just rolling through yesterday, had to use the bathroom, and he asked me a question he got unloaded on. I feel bad. He was like, what I got to do to audition for the morning show? I was like, you might be auditioning you might have your own damn morning show in a minute. Yeah, I'll keep this up. I was like, I think they stood out. He was just like, dang. I was trying to be funny, but you feel okay?
No, it was just one of them days yesterday. Like you said, you had been to that thing, you was tired, you was like, man, you know what? You know how it was them days where you always working so hard, you be like, you know what, today, and I'm not like, I'm in the mood, I'm gonna do my regular, but it's like, I'm really not not today, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I think Riis. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I think I think, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that it was like that I had a wake up call. Like I was like, it ain't gonna never be enough. Like never. And yeah, I'm not sure where I'm at with that. I ain't tripping, but I'm not sure that what they say, price of everything, value of nothing. Right? So I'm still working on that. But yeah, man. I was the kind of way yesterday.
I'm not. That ain't gone. I think but I do have a solution in the meantime. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I know we was talking a little bit, but you know I gotta get his intro in. What's up, DJ Riis the Ruler? How you feeling this morning?
Well, that's about the best. You know the rest. I actually caught a flat leaving out my garage, but luckily I used my OG car, so I used my mama car, and I got here.
You OG? You call your mom your OG?
Oh yeah.
I used to try to call my mama OG. Please.
Like, I ain't no OG.
Man, my mama wasn't hearing it. It was back to ma. It was back to ma. So that's the worst in the morning. Yeah. When you come out and it's a flat, because it's like it throw your dig off unless you can pivot that quick. If you can pivot that quick. Well, you know what I was just realizing? I think when I got out the car today, because I'm in an older car, right? I think I need to put air in the tires.
Yeah, you in a 2019 today. You usually drive. No, I'm sorry. You in a 2020 today. You usually drive a 21 every day, but it's okay. He said he's in an older car, y'all. It's a 2020 out there. We know.
Hey, man, don't be making fun of me, man. Wait, who said they saw me at lunch yesterday with Aaron? Hold on, I saw somebody said they seen me at lunch yesterday. Yeah.
You can't be in these streets, man.
Oh man, no. Yesterday, man, I was on some power. It's like, man, Charlie. It's like the call of the wild, right? Like it's like you made this jungle, come hunt in it, and I'd be like, man, it's looking mighty. Instead of getting whooped on. You know, I was like, Dad, you know, they be like, hey, it'd be like, they be like, remember how you used to eat steak all the time? I'd be like, Dad, these steaks are good. This show is good. I'd be like, no. I'd be like, I feel guilty at lunch, man. Good lunch, and I feel guilty a little bit. Like, Dad. Shout out to State Representative Marcus Evans yesterday night. Nah, he wasn't like that. It was good though. It was great to be making some power moves. It felt, you know what, man? It's like I feel like I need a counselor or something. Like I need somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Like somebody who can kind of get this thing that...
I understand where you're coming from. Like, you know, like everybody, like you can't have a conversation with everybody. Like you really just want to talk to like somebody that you really know, like can understand you. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to really find them people because then after, you know what my issue is? I feel like after a while of me talking to my own self, I feel like I'm complaining. And after I talk about it, it's like, all right, it still happened. I still have to do it. So, you know, as a person, I really don't vent much. You know what? And I feel like the only time, it's like the bad part is in the morning. It's like, it's everything that piled up. But man, it's like, I got to learn how, I'm trying to figure this out because it's like, Riis, we in a space where we could be doing some powerful stuff. Like we can really start. And I think that the more and more I've learned, power doesn't necessarily mean, I feel like almost like the elected has the least power. If we got anyway. Yeah. So, shout out to DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. Hey, Riis, I can talk to you, man. I'll talk to you. And when Ruthie come back and when she ain't snapping on me, I'll talk to y'all. And then, you know, we got the den. You know, but the den be like, hey, Joe. Man, listen, you got to watch out for them.
Hey, man, I be walking around, you step on somebody's toes, and they be like, rah, rah, rah. And I be like, Dad, you know I was fighting for you, right? They be like, everything could get ate in the den, boy. Oh, speaking of the den, hey, Joe. We got infiltrate. Hey, we're going to have a den purge. We are going to have a den purge. Riis, you remember the actual Lions Den?
No.
The page.
No.
The group.
I'm going to have to go see. I didn't
know. That's the den. Now, that's really the den. Like, they be in the chat, but it goes down in the den. But, hey, den for Devin, I see you too. But, man, we gotta purge the den of the infiltrators because the den has to be the home. You know, everybody in there trying to infiltrate. You know, people's trying to infiltrate the hole you dig. So
Been doing it for years.
Man,
like
I know.
Said,
COINTELPRO.
We was watching what you said, Judas and the Messiahs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't watch it and you didn't see how it happened.
See, that's why you be like that. They be like, see, dude, I'm gonna stop. We need a dim purge. I think that Devin, Tiger, Tennille, the facilitators over there, we definitely need to do a dim purge. We need to do a dim purge, or we need to have a migration of the din. Nah, it's not the.
The one that's infiltrated to Neil, you'll never know.
Right, that's right. They ain't gonna post. They gonna watch, and then you gotta compare what they saying off. You gotta compare what they saying in the den to what they saying outside of the den, because they take the information that they get from the den, and they go off in their own little universe to be doing stuff. Devin got one of them yesterday. We coming for y'all though. I'm telling you, man. So we had hey Boosie, it was good to see you yesterday. Boosie Freylana. It was good to see you at the Wiftaba meeting yesterday. And can I tell y'all, we was confused yesterday because we was y'all know I was at the spot for the meeting. So we was having the meeting at TP. But they and so people came live, and then I was feeling some kind of way because there wasn't nobody there. Man, we turned on the Zoom. It's like 80-some people on the Zoom. Like all that. Oh, so that's what the meeting is?
Yeah.
Oh no, people in the den been flipped. I mean, come on now. The den has been an infiltration spot. Like, they be like, what they saying over there? Right? People just go to the den and then they report back to the office. That's why you see I be limited on what I say over there. Right? And y'all got to be careful. We got to be careful until we get that purge going, or we need to move it to a different space.
The purge. You trying to kill people off?
Hey, man. We trying to purge them up out there.
That's why
we be talking family business.
That kick about what purge about.
Hey Riis, I'm telling you, purge them. We got to do a purge, and it's like y'all know we building the squad, right? Like it's going down right now, Riis. I don't think you understand.
That's the purge.
The purge, dog. It's the purge. It's the Mace Jackson show. All right, man. Hey, Riis, did we get the plane up? I don't think we took the plane up. I was so busy, I think I got distracted, man. Let's get this thing up and away, 60,000 feet in the air. This is the Mace Jackson Show. Hey, Riis the Ruler. Simeon school shootings. So I'm going to tell you. No, Tanya, you're not shutting that community down. You need to turn that into something else. You got 1,000 people up in there. We just say, hey, you start a new one, but don't, yeah, it's a lot of hate in that group. I know, Tennille. I know. It was like it's okay. So anyway, Simeon school shootings. Y'all, I had some very interesting conversations with I don't know what I say. Anyway, here's the deal. I want to talk about what's going on at Simeon and what's going on in schools. And the challenge is, I don't know how we talk about this conversation. Did you hear about the school evacuations yesterday? Apparently 4 different Chicago public high schools gave parents options to pick their children up and take them out because there was supposed to be, according to social media, there was going to be shootings at the schools. You know that there were 2 the Kenwood shootings. Not Kenwood, excuse me. There was 2 Simeon students shot within 2 hours. So we talked about the 15-year-old who had been shot, but what we did not talk about was the other 15-year-old who was shot 2 hours later, which apparently he was on Facebook Live talking about the shooting that occurred at Simeon earlier, and they rode down on him. Thus prompting other people to, like, there's a crazy situation, and it's a loop that this COVID has created. Can I point something out to you? And I do want to share that the Simeon football coaches are like, that wasn't them. That wasn't their player. And that there were false narratives being put out in the media. Now, here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to drag the young people, but I do want to talk about this whole thing, because there's a lot of kids. Like, my man called me up and was like, hey, bro, I know your son likes to go to basketball and football games, and, you know, if it's a big CPS or whatever game he gonna want to go, he can't go. He was like, straight up, like, real talk, I'm telling you as an expert in this space, we don't have a handle on it, and I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to be funny, he was like, Catholic League, you straight, right? But if it's a CP, we don't know who.
I believe you.
Think about this. They don't know who, the teachers don't even know the sophomores and freshmen in the school yet. Because remember, the freshmen last year didn't go to school.
Right, all right.
And these new freshmen, so they're sophomores and they've never met their teachers. So even the teachers got this toxic, so nobody knows who's clicked up with who. Mm-hmm. You got all of these schools that are mixed and boundary lines being crossed, and nobody knows at the same time that they're pulling out the school resource officers. I'm not tripping. I'm just saying, y'all, we got a real kind of thing going on right now that we got to talk about. Hey, this is the Mace Jackson Show. Welcome to everybody from WBGX 1570 AM. We want to also thank everybody on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch as well. Look, we're going to be talking about this thing because we are in quite the conundrum. We are in quite the conundrum, and I don't know how. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it all out on the table, and I'm going to ask y'all to join in this conversation. Right? Like, I want to open up the lines and I want to have a dialogue with us. Like, I know y'all like to call Riis on his little one line. Now, stop, May, stop it. It's not calling Riis on his little one line. Shout out to the callers that came in and checked in on you, Riis. I was feeling the kind of way. I was like, they calling in? Oh, that's what y'all do? Anyway, I want to open this conversation up, and I want to have a dialogue, right? I want to talk to CPS, teachers, parents, police, retired, whoever has an opinion. Like, I want to talk about this. I'm going to also show a video that was sent to me, because one of the biggest things, I got to talk about this. They was like, the person that sent it to me, police officer, was like, we want y'all to be clear, it's not Benji. This is not the story of Benji that we're talking about here. And so without not acknowledging what's going on in our communities, I really want to talk about this. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm going to hit the rest of these headlines. Then we're going to go into the social media question of the day. And then we're going to spend some time on what's going on in our high schools. I'm not talking about y'all one line. I'm proud of y'all. Like, I really am. I'm really super proud of the evening lineup. But I'm going to tell you, whoever leaving cheap cork, so I came in today, who drinking champagne with plastic corks? I got to ask that. Because if y'all around here drinking Andre in the joint, I'm going to have to cut y'all off. So you're not drinking Andre, I know you was on spirits. You better not be drinking Andre champagne or no cold duck. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. You got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord. I got one. Better. I got 5 reasons. 5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around. Turned it around. He woke me up this morning. Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
Number
ahead.
4?
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. A partner to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I've been running. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time. I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me. Know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. I didn't love you, you and I know I've been running. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy to you make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now, other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve wrong.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. Riis? Dang, I'm messing up. I'm trying to do something different than I need to be doing. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Real quick. We did not get through the headlines because I was supposed to do those, but then I wound up starting to talk about this Kenwood shooting. There's a lot more to it. I don't know how much I'm able to talk about, so I got to think about that as we get through it. So let me get through these headlines, and then we're going to talk about some of the stuff that is going on. Riis, did you see Jesse Jackson was released yesterday? What's the matter? Jesse Jackson was released yesterday from the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab after catching COVID. After having the vaccine, but it is good to see that the Reverend Jackson is home and is going to be with his family. He returned home with his wife, Jackie Jackson, who also then suggested that after her bout with COVID, she would also be getting the vaccine. Oh, I'm sorry. There was not a Kenwood shooting. I apologize wholeheartedly. There was not a Kenwood shooting. There was a shooting outside of Simeon, and then there was what it was a shooting at a Frost-Off football game. That's actually what the second shooting was. And apparently at the second shooting was a response to a young man commenting on the shooting that happened at Kenwood. So we're going to talk about it because it's a lot of cross collaboration that's going on. But I'm going to get through these headlines. Hey, Riis, you kind of shady, man. I was watching you during the Bears game this week. And you was kind of shady because you was like, man, my man Andy Dalton went down and you was cheering. I saw you come in the room like your arms up like, yes, yes.
Stretching, Maze, but I was stretching. Right when he got hurt, I was like, oh, snap, he got hurt.
Nah, you was like, Justin Fields. You was, so, Riis.
What's in it for the black people? Oh,
Justin Fields. The Justin Fields era starts this Sunday because I don't even think if Andy Dalton ever get better, he can't get back in now.
See, he has to win. So he has to win.
I think you can't let him. I think you got to give him the expectation of not winning.
If he stink it up, then we got to put him on the bench. But but I know it, man. We got a black quarterback and the Bears. I'm
just worried about the Bears, the curse of the Bears.
I have not seen what is Mama Bear at? Ever since the draft,
she is like, I cannot believe you all drafted that ninja. I am rolling over in my pre-grave. I am pre-rolling over.
Yeah, so definitely. I wasn't cheering, but I was happy for another man's opportunity. That's it.
Hey, Riis, we're going to be rocking this Sunday. So this Sunday, once again, we will be up at Big Swill's TP watching the game. If y'all want to come catch the game with us, come catch it. Last week, man, it was a nice little. Hey, man, Riis got a big family, Joe.
Come through support, though. They came through
I'm going to tell you, Riis, you can't front on Riis. You can't front on you, man. You come through, man. Riis trying to steal all y'all jobs. Riis be like, I'm taking everybody job. I will not be Riis, you got a little Maze Jackson in you, dog. I ain't gonna even hate on you, dog. But I just need to know who got the plastic corks.
Man, listen.
Whoever came up in here with some plastic corks and then had the audacity to leave them after we cleaned up, whoever cleaned up the last bottle. Wednesday nights.
I thought we cleaned it all up too.
Wednesday nights, man.
Yeah, we need some we need AA on Wednesday nights.
I'm supposed to go to church on Sunday. What's at church on Sunday?
You can go to church virally now, you know what I'm saying?
If it's my mama and I'm supposed to be there.
Oh, wait. No, I'm talking about...
Is this the Sunday she preaching? Am I supposed to be there? I might... All right, so we have to figure this out. All right, we're going to have to figure this all out.
Your mama can preach from TV. No, I'm sorry.
No. Y'all going to all be watching. She going to take over Church Chicago spot. They better be cool. We'll be like, my mama... You going to be like, why is the broadcast... He is now interrupted for a live sermon by Sister Irma Jean Jackson.
I like that name, Irma. That's my grandma's name.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's my mom. That's my mama name.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, y'all, you know what I forgot to tell y'all yesterday? That was my grandbaby birthday.
Oh man.
It was Jersey's 1-year birthday, so we got this birthday party for her on Saturday. Hey Joe, let me ask you. I got to get some books and I need like a black wagon. I want to take a wagon.
Or just paint it and spray paint it.
No, I wanted to have a red wagon.
Okay.
But I want the wagon, but I want it filled with black stuff for a baby.
But you got to put what's in it for the black baby.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh, I got to get some T-shirts made. My grandbaby got to get a Wiftable shirt.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So I need an emergency pack, cause I be last minute shopping, right? I do.
I'm with you.
But I need to get an emergency pack for my grandbaby because she having a party, and I got to be granddaddy. I really don't be liking the extra. I be like, baby don't need. Now my grandbaby need to win, so I'm just gonna tell you. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Jersey J. She had a party, cake and ice cream, but I was too busy at the wasn't for the black people meeting, so I couldn't get no grandbaby birthday ice cream and cake. See what I was telling y'all? Then y'all want to kick on a brother. Be like, you want to kick me? I'm here fighting for the people. My grandbaby having cake and ice cream. I ain't getting it. She say grandpa song. My daughter be like, I really just want to go to sleep. And my daughter had a half-hour window. She was like, there's cake and ice cream from 6 to 6:30. I was like, you don't even get home till 6. Right. She was like, exactly. 6 o'clock, y'all got 6 to 6:30. I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it. She was like, it's all right, she'll be there Saturday. Nah, but I'll tell you, the Jacksons, we're not the big birthday people. Your birthday, we'll sleep through your birthday on you. You'll be mad. You'll be like, it's my birthday. Meanwhile, Carrie and them family, like, if they ain't got a card on your birthday or don't get there before your birthday, I was like, I don't even look, I'm now I kind of feel like I'm supposed to get a card. Like, I'd be like, yeah, okay. It's okay. I got
at least 3 years in like the last 5 years of cards I never opened.
Oh no, I can't.
I don't even know. It could be money in there. It's just really sitting in like a shoebox. Like I really don't even.
You better hope it ain't no expirations on them bad boys.
Oh, but you know.
Hey
what?
Riis, I told you I got 3 $1,000 gift cards that sat in the envelope that I can't use no more. And everybody was like, yes, you can. They was like, I figured out what it is it's not a gift, it's a reward card. So they changed the name from gift to reward. So my $3,000 expired on that. Cash. Talking just like you talking. Open them bad boys.
I don't even want to open them now. Nope.
Open them bad boys. Nope. I'm gonna tell you, it sucks to look at $3,000 cash and be like, you can't get nothing off of them. Like I called, they was like, I'm sorry.
What you gotta do is you gotta go sell them. You gotta tell somebody $1,000 on that, sell them for like $200 and be like, yeah, I don't want it no more.
Right, Riis. And then they see you again and shoot you.
You don't sell it to somebody you know, man.
Riis, it's the people you don't know. That's the problem, right? You be like, I don't even know, dude. Then they'll never forget your face though, never.
I know.
And so you gonna be, and I'm over. They'll be waiting outside the TV station. They'll be sitting right outside. Riis, let the West Side go.
Okay.
Let that party, let it go, man. Just let it go. Let it go, man. I'm just telling you, just let it go. All right, let me see who else we got on here. October 15th, vaccine deadline. The mayor says there is no budging. You gonna get that shot or you gonna be gone. That's gonna be interesting to see how that goes because the police like, we ain't taking it. So are the labor people. December 1st, the map is due, the remap. So, y'all, we should be prepared for a fight from now until December 1st. From now until December 1st. We will see the Black Latino power struggle play out in full effect in front of our faces. Some of you all may want to get involved in the map fight, and I'm going to try and get Valerie Leonard on here so she can talk to you all about what's going on with the remap situation, because I do believe that they filed a lawsuit regarding it. Also, thank you to everybody who came to the Wiftable meeting last night. It was good to see the people in person and online. I just need to understand how the exec board all knew the meeting was on Zoom, and
They ain't tell you, huh? You could have been at your baby.
I could have been.
You know, zoomed in with them too. I blame them for that.
No love. Riis, your mama on here. Now we gotta stop. Mama Riis, do you like when Riis call you OG? Do you feel like hip? I used to want to call my mom OG. She just don't fit it. It's like Sister Jackson is just she love mom, and and now she preached too. I was like, Lord have mercy, this new world. I'm just sticking with mom. I'm just sticking.
Invite me to your church when she preached, man.
Man, Tennille just told me. They be like, I'm the center son, but they love me in spite of. They love me, but I am I still hold 6 days a week of church against them. So there's like, she don't never press me because I be like, Ma, for real, if everybody else had to go to church on Sunday and I had to go 5 days, 6 days a week, y'all owe me some days. I think I done did my church. Nah, dog. If I had to go to church 6 days a week, yeah. I mean, straight up. And it wasn't like go to church for an hour. We'll be there till 7 o'clock.
That's it?
No. 7 o'clock on a weekday. Every day. No. Then Sunday, all day. Saturday, Jesus. We had to clean on Saturday. We had to go clean the church.
Rehearsal. I had choir rehearsal on Saturday.
Huh?
I said I had choir rehearsal on Saturday.
I couldn't be in the choir.
Listen,
I could not be in the choir. They was like, I sang one time, they was like, you should consider being an usher.
Oh, no.
And think about being the preacher's son and you can't be in the choir. Think about that. Now, I was always the star of the play, but when it was time to sing, they was like, they always had a stand-in for the songs.
Yo, mute his mic. He was lip singing, huh?
No, I just be like, that's my song.
I'm used to all day Jesus. Every day, Wednesday. Like Bible study Tuesday, Wednesday service.
You know why we got
Thursday. If it's a revival, you got.
I hate a revival. Oh my God, I hate a revival.
I'm telling you, man. The church, right? Like you said, you right about 7. I used to get in some days at 10.
Riis, let me do you one worse though. We went to a white church.
Oh no,
Riis, we went to a white church, so. The food wasn't ever good. They didn't put
church last time. I've never been to a. Listen to me.
Hey Joe, because we was because let me tell you, when the Jacksons get in, they all the way in. So not only did we go to the church, my mama ran the daycare. Then my dad decided he was gonna shop us all out to do the cleaning of the church. Look, Joe, it was like the church was our whole entire business. And then I told you, Riis, we used to travel around to go to white places where they never saw black people. And my mom would sing and play the piano, and my dad would preach, and me and Tennille would be like, we hate it here.
Listen, I don't even get it. I went to one white
Riis,
church.
they didn't have a choir, like the choir?
Yeah.
No. Like the choir, how at least, like if you get a gospel choir, you can at least enjoy, like this was, onward Christian soldiers marching off. And we'll be singing, oh, Victor. And it was crazy because I remember when we switched to a black church and we'd be singing the same songs and I'd be like, that ain't right. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He walked me.
Victory.
Hey, right. He'd be like, oh, and look. And they singing and I'm singing. The first time I'm singing, oh, victory. I was like, that ain't how the song go. Like the preacher, he didn't even play the notes on the thing. He had his own version. He had his own version of it.
Like that. Play that key right there.
Play it in the key of C. Play it in the key of C. And let's go. Oh, Victor. And then don't let the preacher get in. Riis, I'm a minister, right? I'm ordained.
Hey, send me that website. I'm finna go apply today.
Riis, I am ordained. I'm telling you, you should get ordained. Y'all should do whole Wednesday marriages. Yeah, could y'all imagine if y'all could y'all imagine y'all could have a marriage ceremony at TP?
I'm doing
right?
it. I'm doing it.
Riis, I'm telling you. I tried to tell Ruthie we should start a church. Right? If we started a church on Sunday and we had a ministry, I'm gonna tell you, I bet you our church would be back. Could you imagine if we turned TP into a church. That room, took the pool table out, put that and turned into a church. I bet you that bad boy before. And look, it'd be a church where you could imbibe while you can get closer to God.
Closer to God in church.
Yep.
You be like, what are these clouds?
Right, with like the church dinner.
You're in heaven, baby.
Could you imagine the church dinner though?
Yes.
Like after church, y'all be like, what is in this chicken?
Infused collard greens.
Infused collard greens. Right. We want you to get spiritually. We want you to be closer to the Lord.
But I'm so.
But Reis, one thing though, tithing is 20%. We need we need 20%. Reis.
10 for God, 10 for me, huh? Is that what you doing?
10 for God, 10 for me.
1, 2 for me.
Not for me, man. For the ministry.
For the ministry, okay.
For the ministry,
okay,
right? It's
right,
for the ministry. See, here's the thing. This is what I would pledge as the pastor. That I would not use your tithing offerings to buy my car. I already got one. So this thing, you wouldn't even be upset about that. Hey, Reis, I'm going to tell you, though. You know I am you ain't never seen Minister Mays, though. Oh, no. Minister Mays used to steal my chair when I would go to the bathroom. He would lock me in the bathroom, and he would take over the whole show. And Todd and Minister Mays would do a show. And Minister Mays, like I'm telling you, Reis, them the old days. You missed Minister Mays. He might come back soon. Because Minister Mays, he get the gospel going. Minister Mays be trying to take a collection on before every break. We had to start when he would come. He took a break every 15 minutes and was and trying to get an offering on the way out.
He took a break every. But I just feel sad that I'm telling you, I went to one white church and it was like 30 minutes tops. They sung a song. He preached.
Now I ain't gonna lie. If we wasn't and I feel like the terrible part about us being in that white church was we did do all like the cleaning and the maintenance and all that stuff. So it was like, look at us. Right.
Yes.
They was like, you're not, man, Charlie, don't even get me started. Don't get me started. We are not going to have a church conversation today because Tennille is probably recording all of this because she trying to get me in trouble with my mom. She like, Mom, do you hear this dude? You know my mom be like, oh, amazing.
They're going to pray for you a lot Sunday. So
my mama pray for me all the time. And that's why I got my hedge of protection. That's why I be like, what you say? Anyway. All right, y'all. What else did I get on the headlines? Did you see Melvin Van Peebles died? Do you know Melvin Van Peebles? Like, I know the more I think we probably know his son Mario more. But did anybody ever see... I am still in shock from the first Melvin Van Peebles movies I saw. Anybody ever see Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song? Lord have mercy. The opening scene of that. Reis. Y'all should, you know what y'all should do? Y'all should do movie reviews. Like we should do a show with movie reviews. I got a whole new idea. Anyway. Look, it's almost 7 o'clock, and I did not get to the social media question of the day, so we're going to do that. Plus, we're going to talk about what's going on in these schools. I wanted to lighten it up a little bit, at least before we get into these heavy topics. So, Reis, we're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to do the social media question of the day. We're going to mix it all up together when we come back after these messages. This is the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIFTBPM.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up. So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talk about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm going to wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, it's going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All
all power to the people.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Oh, yeah. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
WIIFTBPM.
What was that? Hold on.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, ma.
That would have been funny.
Wake up, world. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I almost said wake up.
What's in that coffee?
It's not really what's in this coffee. It's what's on this Instagram.
Oh, man, that's the same. What's in it?
Oh, man, no. Nah, you know, my coffee just got extra cream in it. Riis. So, first of all, thank you all for tuning in. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. I think Ruthie Moore is still in the jungles of the wild, but I think
She'll come back Monday.
No, I think she's supposed to come back tomorrow. I asked her last week, you coming back on a Friday? She said, yeah, I'm coming back on a Friday. I was like, all right. So we'll see, Riis. We'll see. I still don't know if Todd Stoger's on the show. Yesterday, Brother Sadiq asked what he had to do to audition for the spot.
Eat some meat.
Meat eaters, no, so we're gonna discriminate against them. Vegans need not apply. Is that what it is? We gonna be bogus like that? Nah, you think don't nobody want to be on the Mace Jackson Show? Don't nobody really. You think anybody want to sit in on that spot?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot to get.
But
in.
you know, I did like your idea of having Ruthie and like rotating the guests. Like if you don't have like a third, I think that's cool though.
It's the who wants to do it and who has the dedication. Like I take it serious. So it's like if you take it, I'd be mad if you start showing up here at like 6:10. Like I was tired. I'd be like,
Yeah.
it's a grind.
Yeah. Definitely waking up. I think once you start waking up like back to back to back, you be like, oh, you're like, yeah, I want to be in that because you roll over at 6:06. You know what I'm saying? You at your house hitting it like, yeah, I could be on. I'm already up. You already up at 6:06. You know what I'm saying? Like
my alarm clock go off at 4:00 every morning.
4:30, mine's in my girl right next to me.
4:30, I'm in this. 4:30, I'm at Dunkin' Donuts.
You ain't got to tell me. I told you one day.
You slept in the car.
No. One day when I had slept early, so I had woke up and it was like 3:30. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm finna go to the studio, chill out, like erase some stuff off the computer. And when I pulled up and I was like, man, I'm surprised made. And I pulled up and it was 4:37 and you was already parked. I was like, man, I don't know what he did to Carrie, but listen here. This man is here early.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. So, Riis, so let's think about that, though. I do want to start. If you are interested in sitting in the Todd spot, or the third spot, whether you want to do it for a week or you want to try and audition, I want to run through some people, get some people, male and female, to sit in, bring some different perspectives. You think you can hang with us for a week? We'll see. I'd be like, did you get the cheesecake? Y'all be like, what cheese? See, y'all didn't even get that. See, they just tell you how old I am. Y'all don't even know. Remember making the band, you had to go get the cheesecake?
Did he?
Yes.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into some heavy conversations today. And I want to talk about them. I want to hear from you. So we want you to give us a call, 872-259-7474. If you look up on the screen right now, I have a post from Chicago Media Takeout. The caption is, yesterday, 2 15-year-old boys who attended Simeon High School were shot and killed in separate shootings. Today, a post went viral online that someone was coming up to Simeon to shoot the school up. After the post made its way around the internet, parents rushed up to Simeon to pick their kids up in fear. This is crazy. The post says, yeah, I ain't coming back till Monday. It's from a student. And then it says, all these people are here to give their child an early dismissal, so it's much going on. Be safe, y'all. And then it says, sad ASF. And you know what ASF for us older people, that means sad as beep. Bro, I'm not coming back in this MF. Now, INNIS. It's so much in this, I'm like, man, I could just dissect. But I read it and I understood it. It says, sad as bleep, bro. I'm not coming back in this MF. That's the student. So just to set the stage, yesterday, we reported on the shooting of 15-year-old Jamari Williams of Kenwood. God, why do I keep saying that? Of Simeon High School. He was shot at the store down the street where all the kids go. 2 hours later, Kentrell McNeil, also 15-year-old from Simeon, was also shot and murdered. I'm not going to say that this is confirmed, but I did hear from my sources that the second shooting was at a Frosh-Soft football game where the young man, Kentrell McNeil, allegedly was doing a Facebook Live regarding the killing of Jamari Williams, the first person that was killed. At which point, another group went to respond, shooting and killing him. So, we heard yesterday that that 15-year-old Jamari Williams was prepared. He was a football player. His father was a victim of gun violence. And so now, oh my goodness, what is going on? All right. Oh, so now we are left to deal with this situation. Yesterday, Kenwood, I heard, was offered early dismissals as well as Simeon. Now, I also was told that also the same thing happened on the west side with 2 other schools. I don't remember which the schools were. Now, I guess for me, the question now becomes, when do we take youth violence seriously? And I'm gonna play a video of the first young man, Jamari, who was murdered. It's a little bit different narrative than what we read in the paper and what Donovan Price communicated. Riis, you know what I did not do, though? We got to connect the road. I'm sorry. So let's connect the road real quickly. So this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. And we are getting ready to play. I want to play a video for you of the young man who was murdered first. Jamari Williams, 15-year-old. Yo, I'm also tell y'all this is it's graphic. It is definitely graphic. Riis, reset. Do it again.
It's on you, do it.
No, I just hit it. Okay, wait. No. Yep, got it. All right. You got it? So I want you to hear this, not from the standpoint of dragging, right? Because I'm very sensitive to that, and I understand. If Ruthie was here, she'd probably be trying to fight me. I'm not gonna say she would be trying to fight me, but she would be in full defense of the young people, and I'm not tripping because I don't even want to get to the judgment part. I want to know, when do we start to take it seriously? Like, at what point do we take it seriously? Riis, I'm going to play a 2-minute and 20-second video clip. I'm just letting y'all know it is graphic. Ready? Go. Riis, am I up? Why? I wonder why I can't hear it. Hold on. All right, let me stop it. And I'm still connected to you?
Yeah,
duh. You know what I didn't do?
You didn't unmute it?
I got to unmute it from the video itself.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's go back. We only 16 seconds in. All right, y'all, here we go. We're going to play the video. Ready?
Yeah,
it is. Here you go.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
We can't make it out.
Just off the score, we out for more. Blinking shit down. He thought we wasn't finna get his low. Kick this shit down. I remember blowing pop without no aim. Ain't missing shit now. 4 nickels got a stick with a kick, and this bitch loud. Niggas tough as hell, tweeting on the neck. Come meet these red eyes. We not aiming for chest. We won't naked all headshots. He had enough to stick. That's that shit to get your man's pop. Don't cap up on the net. Become an internet ass dog. Internet ass dog. Yeah, that's what I said. Throwing shots up on the neck. It is that's all in his head. It is that's all in his head. Damn, Rio, you want some evil I'm shit. On some pop up out that cut. Ain't see the clip and then leave him shit. That go out right there. Oh yeah, we on his ass. Fell up out the collar. It off some shots. Left his shit on the glass. Left his shit on the glass. Blood everywhere. Niggas hit on the low, but know they ass be scared to take it there. Folk got Glock with drums. Big ass guns. And them fat ass K's. Fell in love with guns. Been playing with sticks in 6th or 7th grade. Phone them on the hunt looking for ops. They trying to make them shade. Fall his ass is done. Stand up over me, take off his face. Phone them GBG, put you on T, yeah, they gon' get you straight. Slide back to back, AB's Glocks, and a couple Drake. And yeah, I dropped the race before them niggas screaming BDK. But we rep the 5 and fuck your gang, bitch, we renegade. We sliding fast shit. This a SIT. I'ma dump the Glock and blow the top before you step on me. We gon' press they block, let off some shots until they add the seat. Don't take that risk, you might lose your life, you slide through 17. And so son, we do this for Rio. For him, we up the scope, doing all that whooping. Now that boy sneaking out on the floor. Keep going, bro, you gon' get on. It won't be for long, but long let that boy Blue, we shoot for you, put them in all my songs. Just off the score, we out for more. Blinking shit down. He thought we wasn't finna get his low. Kick this shit down. I remember blowing pop without no aim. Ain't missing shit now. 4 nickels got a stick with a kick, and this bitch loud. Niggas tough as hell, tweeting on the neck. Come meet these red dots. We not aiming for chest. We won't naked all headshots. He had enough to stick. That's that shit to get your man's pop. Don't cap up on the net. Become an internet ass dog.
The Maze Jackson Show. That is the young man. No shade, and I really don't want to drag the young man. That is the huh?
It's the one in the red.
The one in the red was the one who was in the video. Was the one who was shot first.
The one that made Dead Ops saying that he killed Ops was the one that got killed first.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
When do we take it seriously? Right? Now, imagine right now we're in a space where all of these kids are mixed up. Right? So imagine him, Mr. Dead Ops, in the school with the ops. So the first question I gotta ask us is, when do we take that seriously, and how seriously do we take it? Right? No shade at all. No dragging of the child, but when do you take that seriously?
Your son is only making a rap video with real guns and extended clips. He's just an artist, right? That's crazy. What they get? They 15. You say he was 15, and you see all them guns that they all. That's crazy.
Hey, did you see? So let me back up. And say that I want to tell y'all. 14 years ago, I said that the schools should put studios in schools, music recording studios in schools, and they should have a class that all of these kids that want to be rappers and stars, the new star is not the basketball guy, it's the rapper. So why not put in the schools, if it's me, I'm going to make these kids do mixtapes in school where they get grades, where they can do graphic design, they can do all of that, but we direct the music. But now I got to ask you, when do you take that seriously? When do you take it seriously, and what is the address? How, literally. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. We got an interesting scenario going on in CPS right now, where the teachers will tell you that they don't even know the kids in the schools. We just saw 2 15-year-olds murdered via social media. Tell me, when do we take youth this seriously? That's 15. That's at age 15. So the other thing I was going to say is I'm not all the way. I feel like as a young black man, there is a phase that a lot of us have to go through. Right? It's that hard phase. Right? The phase of, man, you're going to be a tough guy, and then you either decide that after having your tough guy moment, you through being a tough guy and you're going to go ahead and make it, or you go down the path of I'm going to life. Right? I feel like almost every black kid that I know has had a phase where, black man that I know, where they become infatuated with the streets, or there's a piece of the streets that calls to us. I don't think these young people are any different from that. But I think there's a point, when you have to make, and I'm going to say a lot of us have dabbled and probably went on the other side of that line, maybe have participated and then was like, this ain't the side I want to be on. How do we take this seriously? Because I do believe you got I mean, that's a real rap video. That's if I was growing up, that would be a Mobb Deep video. But this, I don't know how we take it seriously because there's kids' lives at risk. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I don't, like, I had a friend yesterday literally call me and say, hey, man, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. But I would tell you that right now, I don't think we have a handle on this. And there's probably more to come. This is not the people that I'm talking about, because I'm not saying that. I still believe that there's these videos and things like that create the scenario, create an environment that allows for there to be hunting practice. But I want to know what y'all think about what's going on here. How do we take it seriously? How do we address it? Do you leave your kids in school do this? Like, I feel like we used to, like, I'm not going to say that we got our own version of school shootings going on. Do you pick your kid up, or do you say, man, this is just the life that you live. You got to make it through. You got to navigate this space. Son, you go straight home.
No, we transferring. We either virtual or transferring. Like, it's a certain type of level, you know, that you be like, hey, son, you know, if something like that, but not like this. Like, you know, they shooting 15-year-olds and they gonna shoot up the school. Ain't no, hey, son, man, put your head down, stay out of everybody. Nah. I don't need you in that environment. I grew up in that environment already, you know what I'm saying? That's not where I want you, because it could be, you know, like, most of the time it's always the person not doing something is the one that get hit anyway. So I'm definitely going to get mine, and you either going to virtually teach my child, or I'm going to another school.
All right. Are our schools safe for our children? Like, there's a lot of mad chaos going on. And then I was just thinking about, so I saw in the paper, Tamara Manasseh said that the kids are not worried about COVID. They worried about living. And their biggest fear is not COVID. Is there a way to address this? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, good morning. What's going on, Maze?
Good morning. Oh, this is James Big Slim Davis. What's up, dog?
Hey, Maze. Like I said, and I'm gonna repeat this until I'm blue in the face, because I believe it. I remember the minister having a lecture on this very topic, and he said that our youth will create an atmosphere for our slaughter. Everybody is going to this video. If you look at that video, first thing you would think, well, he probably was into something with some beef with somebody, or it's so obvious. I could have went up to Simeon and shot that kid, and we would all be having this same discussion. But you know who you will not be looking. You will be answering that question like, what is going on? This is beyond. This is so much bigger than this agenda. Is so much bigger than these little rap beef. This is a orchestrated agenda, and if we keep continuing looking under the wrong rock, it's gonna continue to happen. And it's not enough of people like yourself with these platforms who's asking that question. The atmosphere is being created for our slaughter, and it's happening right now in front of our eyes. That's all I gotta say, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, James. I don't think that the sneakers that kids wear are any. Like, I really think we can't be attaching the superficial. They didn't shoot him to get his shoes.
No, that's old. That's like 90s.
Right. They didn't shoot him to get his shoes, even though, Riis, when we did talk about somebody getting robbed, you did say Westside was going to take their shoes.
Oh, they going to rob everything. Like, we're going to beat you up. Right after we beat you up, we're going to take everything.
Seems like, Riis, you had that moment, too. So can I be straight up with y'all? let's do this. I'll be straight up with y'all after this break because I want to talk about this youth violence and when do you know how to take it seriously. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back in a minute.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Keep calling me. Give you some love and you want all of it. I'm out here working, nigga, get a grip. I'm just trying to touch a million. You just wanna coexist. I say you clingy and you contradict. Give you my heart, you think it's counterfeit. Give you my word and you won't trust in it. What's the point of loving me if you don't know what trust is? I need the is you give now. Please don't back down on me. I know you've got the attention I need. Put your pride aside for me. Oh, 'cause I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me. That ease. While I'm out trying to get that ease. Know that I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me, baby. You're insecure, it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to get it and you keep on saying, you need all my love, it's never enough. I put up with you for too long, now I'm over it. You want affection, I need money, I'ma call it quits.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Rule on the ones and twos. And we are talking about the school our own version of the school shootings. You leave your kid in school, if you see this stuff going on, if you see the post, Riis, I showed y'all the post of the parents hearing that there was threats. I don't know if y'all saw, I was looking at social yesterday and there was a bunch of posts where there were people posting that we coming to shoot up this school, we coming to shoot up this school, we coming to shoot up this school. And I wonder, when do you take it seriously? Right? Like, because I feel like we're in this weird space, right? Like, I feel like the moment that we're talking about this is what makes those... Remember when those people were saying that they thought the cops should stick the flashlight up the dude's butt and they was justifying it? It's like, I feel like these are the moments that they're referring back to when they're okay with it. Do you let your child go to school? Do you pull? What do? You calling him a deadbeat dad, but apparently this young man, somebody said he was a deadbeat dad not playing a role in his life, but apparently if you say for Rio, that was his dad, who was also a victim of gun violence. And was he imitating or trying to emulate? Do you let your kids still go to school? Are you? Is it imaginary? Like, are you? Do you? When do you know how to take the? When do parents? When do you know to take this stuff seriously? And what actions can you take? Do you make your child stay home and learn virtually? Because I would tell you that there used to always be rumors of somebody coming to shoot up, or they was gonna come up to the school and do something. But when do you take it seriously? Because again, the second young man was shot at a school activity. Right? So does that mean you're not going to the games on Friday nights and Saturday nights? How do you respond as a parent to this, particularly in CPS? And this isn't a drag. This is really like, yo, do you tell your son, hey, son, go to school, come straight home, don't mess around? Do you give him a bulletproof book backpack and say, go on to school? Do you want the security officers still in school? Are they still necessary? And I want to know, where's 21 Jump Street? Because I got to ask you, if 15-year-olds are we even equipped to handle this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about the carjackings and the young people doing the carjackings, right? And realistically, my question, like, when do you take it seriously? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Brother Frank, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, good morning, Brother Maze and Brother Riis. How y'all doing?
We good, Brother Frank.
Hey, listen, this is heartbreaking, but you know something, Brother Maze, I'm just going to go on spec because I'm always try to keep it real. When do we take it serious? Brother Maze, we the people, we've been taking it serious. The true question is, whether these politicians are going to take this serious and do the one thing that need to be done that could bring this immediately to a screeching halt. They won't do it because that means black and brown people are no longer living in poverty, especially black people. We need politics, especially black ones that's going to say, look, you know something? We not signing off and passing nothing until we do this right here that would directly bring not only poverty, but crime and violence to his knees. As far as that bill is concerned, a video. Brother Maze, we've been watching gangster movies, cowboy movies, all the New Jack City movie, Die Hard movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando, you name it, Rambo movie. No, I'm not going to. They can make that bill if they want to. You see what I'm saying? We living in the society of violence. It's all we see movies, 4-day movies, not a 15-minute or 2-3 minute something video clip. You see what I'm saying? That is not it. As long as there is no incentive not to do this, it's going to continue to happen. We might as well go and get used to it, like Israel over there is used to any day, any moment, Hamas can start bombing. The third world country, knowing they living next door to suicide bombers. You see what I'm saying? Brother Maze, when our politicians start taking it serious, look what happened in Newtown, Connecticut. The same questions asking after all them babies got gunned down. Worse than the same Valentine's Day massacre. Now, we know we're going to get some sense of gun legislation then. Now, okay, but the Republicans didn't take it serious because they in bed with the NRA. And the Democrats weren't stronger to say, you know something, we're not passing nothing. We're not even going to raise the debt center until we do something about these guns and get a handle on this. So the question really is, when these politicians are going to take it serious and do the one thing that can be done, especially in the blue select hour, but Democrats dominate everything. You see what I'm saying? Nothing's stopping them. You know what I'm saying? We got spineless politicians and we got spineless black politicians that's not so. We got to get to downstate marching. We got to get to City Hall. These presidents come out and say, look here, y'all going to do it. We're going to throw all y'all butt out of office very next election. You know what I'm saying? We might well be living in a situation where the Taliban is running the country, because at least with them marching around with arms and stuff like that, I don't care if it is real life. At least we're not seeing babies getting killed no more. Now, what's this going to be, politicians? It's their fault, Brother May. I don't blame this video. Okay? I don't blame this video. Oh, they can make that video if they want to. I don't blame these millionaires.
All right. Thank you, Brother Frank. I don't know if I blame the politicians for that. Like I mean, I think you can go way up to Congress and the guns and all that good stuff.
You said there was nothing wrong with the video.
There's something wrong with the video. Well, see, I mean, that, like, I always used to think that on the videos that I watched, they was acting. For some reason, I didn't feel like this was acting. Call me crazy. Like, when I saw a Cool G rap video, even if I saw Jay-Z, if I saw anybody video with it, there was an air of, this is made for TV. Like, if your mama saw that video, what would she say? Like, if you was, like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but if my mama seen me in that video, I'm getting a beat down. I don't care how many $100 millions that I made. And Frank, brother Frank, I don't know if you saw the video or not. Let's go to Angie. Angie, you on the Maze Jackson show. Please tell me this is my girl, Angie Fitzpatrick. Kilpatrick.
Good morning. It's not Angie Fitzpatrick, but good morning, Maze and Riis.
Good morning. Which Angie is this? Angie, where you from?
Actually, I'm in Gary now.
Gary?
And so...
You okay?
But,
we
let me
can't
tell
really
you
talk
something.
no smack right now.
Yeah, I know that's right. But you know what? First, when you were talking about the children, my children are in junior high, and I just was talking about this with my husband that I'm not going to send them to the local high school. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to send them to the white Catholic high school because I don't want them killed. So I don't want to do it, but it's too much, the violence. A 15-year-old had just got shot. He lived, but he just got shot at the bus stop. So I think that the problem is that us grown folk, we raised them on this gangster killer rap. And now the radio stations, the labels, they put it out to these children since they are knee high until they're 15 years old. They're grown up in this. We think it's cool to be a gangster, to be a killer. They listen to this. They jam to this. Everybody is pushing this at them. And we act like it's all right. We don't want to say anything. It's cool that they playing on WGCI and 92.3, all this killer music all day long and act like it's not going to have an effect on these kids. This is what the grown-up, we act like it's cool. Something wrong with us.
I'm going to say this.
Nobody, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is for black kids. When you turn to the white stations, they not listening to this crap 24/7.
They actually are trying to do us. I just don't think I think they're acting, right? Like, I feel like, again, they act.
Who's acting?
I think white kids watch this stuff. White kids be watching our videos and they be acting, and I'm
sure
they
may watch their videos, but I promise you, their mama ain't playing in the house. It's not on their radio station all day. You go to school functions, they play this killer music. This is death music. This vibrates. I think it's deeper than just music. This is like on a subconscious level. This is what they're growing up to. And black people our age, we don't want to say nothing because we put it out there with NWA and all that. But so we got to take responsibility. FCC shouldn't let them play this garbage on the radio 24/7. We act like it's cool until our 14-year-old, 15-year-old who ain't did nothing was a good kid, like the one on the bus. I can't remember his name that got killed. But it's like, come on, we're glorifying this crap. And then we don't do anything. We sit back and we wait for who? What?
Okay. Thank you, Angie. I can appreciate your opinion. I think we got to be careful, though. I think Tennille hit on a point. I do think we got to be careful. We got to be careful about how we stigmatize the schools, right? I will be honest. See, here's the thing. I think white folks consume it, and I think they play the music at white schools, but I don't think that the culture exists to reinforce it. Riis, you said you're going to put your kid in a different school. What you going to do? What you going to put him in if you know this is happening at the school, can I back up? May I ask legitimately, us as a group, Is that a real threat? Like, white supremacy excluded. Is there a real threat that exists with violence in the schools for young people? Do we think that's a real threat? And I gotta ask that because, you know, there is a part of us that will say like, yo, we dissing them kids. I don't want to. What I want to know is, what about the other kids? What do you do as a parent in that situation? Right? Because from what I'm hearing, the young man is not from Chatham. He brought, and if you looked at the building, he was from Altgeld. And so he brought an Altgeld situation to Simeon. Now you gotta also imagine that and again, remember, he's never been in Simeon. He's a sophomore. He didn't go to school last year. So you don't know what has happened over the course of 3 summers. And parents are saying, schools are telling them that they expect that there will be all types of mixed reaction as they don't know these students that are coming into their schools and they have limited interaction. Is it a legit threat? And if it is, parents, how do we respond? Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I'll put the number up because I want to hear from you. Like, are you wrong for pulling your kid out? Is it private?
Good morning.
Good morning, caller.
It's Janessa.
What your name is? I don't know which name it is. What your name is again? Hey, I want something. No, I'm just playing. Tell my dog I said this song all right until he come in the studio and do it live.
Listening to the calls, especially Brother Frank, lets me know how out of touch we truly are when it comes down to what's happening. If we follow the music, we will know exactly who is next to be taken out. It's so unfortunate. But if you go back, there is a video playlist called Chicago Scene 88 on YouTube that breaks down all of this beat. It's called Chicago Scene 88.
Okay, go ahead.
It'll break down all of the beats from King Von all the way down. How Old Block was created, how Terrortown was created, so forth. We have to be more diligent as far as what is happening. That video you played, put that in a den. So then people can click it and then it'll take you literally down a rabbit hole. That's what we need to do. CPS's response to these threats is totally different than those of Naperville. Naperville had a shooting threat. They were shut down for almost 3 to 4 hours. Why can't CPS shut it down? No, you cannot come in. No, you cannot go out. No, you do need to have an ID to come in. Yes, you need to have okay to go out. Is your mom outside? Okay, let me go get your mama. Then that's how we're going to do this. We have to be more diligent. If that's not what the rules state, we need to make sure that that's what the rules state. We also need to start reporting these videos on YouTube. We always on the internet anyway. Hit the inappropriate button. Break down why this is not right. Break down why we don't need to see this. Because this boy right here that's in this video is murdered. Who's next? Because right now, the blood is not only on our hands, but it's on YouTube's hands. Your show was flagged for talking about COVID, right? We don't even know what was said. But this video is still up, along with hundreds of other videos. And I can guarantee you today, they'll be shooting another one. So this is the issue. We need to really follow what's going on. Follow the music. Like the last time we were talking about it. I told Riis, play some drill music. Play it. Put some in a rotation. The music is operating on a low vibration. Low vibration accompanied with the lead in the water, the things that they've seen, father kill, uncle kill, brothers kill, sisters kill, stress, being told that they won't do this, they won't do that. The OGs now are 22, 23. To us, those are still babies. But to the 15-year-old, that's their big brother. That's the OG. It's a problem. That's something that we can take care of. Take your kid phone, create a profile. Go to this legal help where we go see who got killed. It's always somebody laughing. Click the profile. I can guarantee you will see exactly why they got killed. And who next? These kids do not care about what they say on Facebook. Just like we don't care. We talk about Black Power every day. Their struggle is the same struggle that they feel like we have. Just follow the music. That's all you got to do. Love y'all.
Thank you. Love you back. Man, Charlie, I was just looking at that Chicago Scene 88. I'm not messing with that. That was too much already. That was too much already, Joe.
It was only like 2 minutes.
No, Joe, I was Googling why. Man, Charlie, when do we take it seriously? How do we know to take it seriously? Is it a serious? Is it? See, I guess my thing, is this real? Because I got to ask, where does the white supremacy piece come into this? And let me, so can I say that I believe there are levels to this? So where white supremacy comes on is that they create a platform and they monetize it. They may even instigate it. What does that mean for our children? Dog, did you see the clip on that gun? They be putting clips on guns that ain't even supposed to. They not even supposed to have clips like that on a gun. I was like, that's not a machine gun.
When I said that, it got the extender on the clock.
See, I don't know, because somewhere in our midst, there's a glorification of this.
15 shooting a video outside in front of the gardens. Ain't nobody see them. Like, ain't nobody report it. Like,
I mean, what you ain't? I mean, who gonna report it? Did you hear what they said they was gonna do?
Yeah, shoot you in the head and in the neck. We don't aim for the chest. That's what they said.
So here's the thing I gotta ask you, because your kids stay in school? Do you make a move? Do you move them to somewhere else? You really can't. You say you can't avoid it. This is part of blackness. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. On the live line, we got Mama D. Mama D, boy, you making a streak around here. What's going on?
Well, hello, greetings, mate. Quickly, three things. We'll be taking this seriously when, number one, parents of victims start suing radio stations and social media for showing video violence. And two, when we need to appeal to the artists that the youngsters are listening to, like Kanye and Nicki Minaj. And three, get legislators involved to outlaw media, marketing media as entertainment, like they did violence cartoons a few decades ago.
Interesting. I don't know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Did you remember that when they were saying that the cartoons were violent?
I do.
And they stopped promoting them through mass media, and they need to do the same thing with their lives are at stake.
Okay. I think that's interesting. I think they probably don't want to, because it's killing us, I don't think they want to stop marketing it, though. It's like they can make money and they get the catalog of the dead person. Who owns the account after they die, too? Because they still get to monetize. Let's go to the live line. Maurice, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Do we take this stuff seriously? Like, is this a real threat, or are we just imagining the media is hyping it all up? Maurice.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right.
All right. See, I believe three ladies hit it on the head, but I don't know if you're scared to deal with FM. Because you said about a platform that's developed for this to be produced, and it seems like you and I don't know others, maybe the politicians need to deal with the
I can't understand you, brother. You in a tub or something? What's going on in the background back there?
I don't know what it is, but your congregation, everybody call on speakerphone. Like
Take us off speakerphone. Something I can't understand you clearly, brother. I'm sorry. Maurice?
All right, hold on.
I'm like, Maurice calling us from the shower, dog. I'm like, don't FaceTime us, though, okay? Don't FaceTime us. Reese, you there? Maurice?
Yeah, that's better.
Talk, let's see. We'll tell you. Okay, go ahead, man. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was saying that the platform that you said about the platform, I think it's the elephant in the room that I think black lives don't matter unless we deal with it head on, and it's the platform that's being used to push this out there. And I don't know if it's you, I think it's maybe the politicians that don't want to deal with the FM urban media outlets that are pushing it out there, because the younger guys, they mind don't understand that that they live in, they playing out some world that really they should not be playing out. They don't grasp it. So they keep pumping it out there. And the social media is a problem. They always cut people out that like the lady said, they flagged you. These things should not be out there. The violence and stop the violence is action. We need action. If you're gonna stop the violence, stop producing it. I mean, not producing it, stop playing it. If you give a damn, if y'all don't give no damn, why we keep talking about this? They don't want to confront the boys, the men, the companies that are pushing it out there, the social media and the radio. Then we just wasting time. I mean, you ain't gonna stop it all, but at least you can stream or kind of slow it down, man, because it's too many. Enough. And then you don't have these activists. They always talking about Black Lives Matter. That's BS. They ain't putting no action. They ain't putting their foot on the ground and being out there. Actually stopping it. Let it been some white cracker done something. They be running up there, marching like you would not believe, man. But we're gonna keep spinning our wheels, man. And I mean, you gotta sometimes feel sorry for the younger guys, and you gotta the FM. The media outlets, you gotta confront them, and the politicians, all these activists, whatever, they gotta start confronting them, man. They keep pushing that stuff, man. Your mind, they say this mind is a telltale to waste. Well, they wasting their minds, and them boys, and they keep going after each other. And then you want to go to extreme. If you really want to go to extreme, get the CIA and operatives, get them shot collars in the pen. To deal with them boys when they come in there and tell them to slow they roll, man.
The problem is when they do that. The problem when that happens though is that when they end. So it ain't like they end. If they with the shot callers and if they make it, because somebody was telling me ain't nothing changed in Stayville, right? The things are still the same way once that happens, but you locked up. They not the people that's going back on the streets. I saw Brandon. I saw you say a lot of people are too timid to deal with the young people. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Because I see a lot of people. Like I don't necessarily. Besides Corey Brooks, I don't see that many people going over to O Block. I see a lot of people talking about it. I see a lot of people admiring it from afar, or being like they can walk through it. But like meaningful interaction, I'll be honest with you to tell you that most folks that's trying to make it is trying to make it. They trying to keep sure that their kid ain't there. And I don't necessarily buy into the interact with the youth, because you got to be in the same spaces. And I think that everybody has a job, and everybody's job is not going to be to interact with the youth. Now, I'm saying, like, you see a kid on the street and you be like, you see somebody, you give them positive, but I think it requires a special skill set of people to deal with young people. Like, to really really deal with young people, not superficially, not be like, hey man, what's up? Because be real, it don't have to be real. Like, I think, and I do think that most of the people that I know that are actively involved in their kids' lives are probably in a network of people that are in their backyards. I think the places where we got the issues are where that doesn't exist. And so I think, see, we do glorify this lifestyle somewhat, and we be like, it's cool that they doing it because it feels tough, but it really is like cancer. It's like cancer is a bad MF, but it eats you up from the inside. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. And let me just also say one more thing. Y'all, we got to stop talking about like this is just the radio. This ain't the radio no more. And I think that dates, that almost misinforms where the information is coming from. These are videos. Radio you can't hear. Visual stimulation, they got, like we ain't talking, we didn't, the radio station is not where you become famous anymore. People ain't talking about how many records they sold. They talk about how many views they got. Views, visual, imagery. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIFTDPM.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Oh, good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:04 a.m. and I am Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, Max Kibler will homer twice. Rookie Joe Ryan struck out a season-high 11, and Cubs will lose a close one, 5-4 against the Minnesota Twins. Now over to traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is 57 minutes outbound to O'Hare will be 28 on the Eden. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange is 61 minutes. Exchange back to Deerfield will be 41. The Eisenhower Thorndale to the Loop, 64 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 36. The Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 59 minutes. Outbound will be 36. The Bishop Ford I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 53 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 26 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive, 55th to Jackson is 15 minutes. Jackson to 55th is 9. Randolph to Bryn Mawr is 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr back to Randolph is 12 minutes on the north side of things. And weather. Today's weather is currently 54. Get a jacket, y'all. Partly cloudy. Expect a little rain in the 9 o'clock hour, but other than that, clear skies. Today will be a high of 64 and a low of 52. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's So Good on the Maze Jackson Show.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, there's turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're all the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, oh, you gotta look so good. With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, oh, you gotta look so good. I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, but not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you. When you put your grown on. When you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job, just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your own wanna know. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done and your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler, and we are talking about what's going on at not Kenwood. I keep saying Kenwood at Simeon. I think I keep saying Kenwood because I saw all the alerts that were going around, and it seems like, Simeon and Kenwood are two of Chicago's most prolific high schools. Maybe for different reasons, but I think they are two of the most recognizable names in high school. Hey, and I want to hear from you. Do we take this seriously? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I was in the comments because I often wonder. So one of the things I say is, do we spend more time? I was thinking about all the violence prevention money and everything that we spend. Like, just sidebar. Who are the violence prevention organizations that are responsible for what's happening over there? How much did they get paid? And are they going to keep getting paid? Do they have to solve it? That's the first thing. The other thing is, there was a time in my life, y'all, and I think this is something that I think a lot of black people, I think a lot of black people, black men, can I, all right, Riis, I saw that video. And I would tell you that maybe minus the extended clip, because I'm a little older, I probably have been involved in some scenes like that. Not like that. Like, not outside, not walking. But I had a phase. And I think a lot of black men have a phase. I was thinking of it as the movie Boys in the Hood. Remember in Boys in the Hood where they was all a crew and Doughboy was plugged, but by effect, everybody in the car was sort of semi-plugged, whatever. Let's say that maybe in the car,
you was Cooking Cuba Jr.
No. Well, way back up. I had a Cuba Gooding Jr. moment after being Doughboy for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Right? So you do the Doughboy, and then there's a moment in the Doughboy moment when you like, ooh, I need to get out the car. Right? Like, you might have rode the car a few times, but there's a moment when you be like, stop this mug, I'm getting out. Because if you take this one, it's no return. And you driving and you saying, and I think a lot of people on this platform got out the car. They may have been in the car and they glorify their time in the car but like, don't front. If you done moved on and you got a crib, you got a house, you got a family, you taking care of that family, you're not in the car. We might want to feel like we still got keys, we still like we plugged, but you ain't in the car. You got out of the car. So start there. Because I think a lot of us like to play like we still in the car when we ain't. We still got the plug. We had our time in the car, and we look back fondly on our time in the car because there's a piece of us that justifies our black maleness by the time we had in the car or by the associations we had with people who rode in the car. And I rode in the car with them. I didn't go on the mission, but we would ride around. But let's be clear that if you are right here, right now, 9 times out of 10, you got out the car at some point. Yep. So my point now becomes, so I don't negate that moment in time in the life. Twin, I know you ain't talking because when I came down to Illinois State, I was like, is that what? Like we talk about, some people had it in college, right? Some people, man, got to college and got tough. Changed themselves. I'm not going to lie, right? There's Riis, like you ever had the moment when like the little homie that you knew say my name ain't, you be like, hey, Lil Ron. He be like, my name ain't Lil Ron. My name Lil Murder. And you know that he done made a choice or he's in that phase, right? He's in that phase of, now, most of us figure it out by 2025 like, whoop, this ain't it. There are the people that keep on that road though. I think the people that get off that road I would say that, can I say like maybe, what you think the split is? Like 60-40, 70-30 black men got on that road?
How many got on there?
Yeah, like.
At least a good 80, 85.
You think a lot of 85% got on the road at some point?
Yeah, or like you said, tried to get on the road, but they probably, you know what I'm saying, damn last. I say 80% for sure, like early teenage years and stuff like that. But then as it trickled down, when you get to like, I say like mid-20s, you know, then that's when you start to see people like break off, like depending on like what you did. Like you can see, like, all right, well, we were starting doing this as teenagers, but you elevated, you know what I'm saying? You were like, I kind of start to like dumb down, start seeing, you know what I'm saying? I think by the time you get older, it's probably about a good 20 to 25% that stay there.
And now once you get to that, though, now you have become focused on not going down that path. When that person makes that pivot out, they be like, man, Joe, you know them. They got their construction boots on and they going to work every day. They see everybody. They might smoke with you and keep going, but they you know, you be like, cuz gone.
Yeah, and then they be like, you acting all different now. You acting weird. Like,
man, fam. But then the brothers usually be like, man, you got a job. Then you see them go get a family and they eventually elevate out of that. For the people in that box, when do you take it seriously? And I feel like when you know it's real, what could really happen, then you do all things possible to avoid your children being in that. Now, if you choose it, then you're going to bring your kids into it, and your kids going to be avenging you for whatever else because they trying to be that way. But I'm not into this whole, like, and I kind of take umbrage to the concept that I feel like sometimes when we get into these blackity black conversations, then it's convenient to be like, oh, well, you left the hood. No, not really. I see every weekend, if you go to Ashburn, if you go to, like, even Chatham, you go to all these neighborhoods. I was just talking to Big Swill. We was driving down 63rd, and he was like, man, that's where little such and such play football. We used to pack out here. We out here every Sunday with our football equipment, our chairs, our whatever, etc. I think there are so many, once you get out of the life, you so focused on trying to not get sucked back into it or to keep your kids out of it that you're doing, you gone all weekend. How many parents really got the time once I'm not saying you can't mentor, but I am saying like, yo, we can't be, I don't know that we're not involved in the lives of the kids. I think there are very good predictors, right? Like when you look at kids, some of our children don't have that reinforcement. And I guess when do we take it seriously? And how do we take it seriously without recognizing the role that white supremacy plays, but also recognizing that, like, hey, Joe, everybody I know that got kids, they trying to keep them away from stuff. And they spending more time trying to build activities. That's why you can't get a black parent that's active on the weekend to do nothing, because they in 16 AAUs, they going to soccer, they doing everything to keep their kid busy. And in that space, they start interacting with the parents that are trying to keep their kids busy. And then that becomes a safety net that the black man says, hey, Joe, I saw your son at blah, blah, blah. Like if I ride up on any of the black kids from St. Rita, it's like, hey, man, I call, you hit the dad's network, you call, you say, boom. And that ain't just limited to one kid. I just think, yo, we got to figure out how do we deal with the rest of this. Combined with the fact that we know that there's white supremacy, but that white supremacy is being executed on us. What's up, Riis? You look like you want to say something. All right, let's go to the live line. Uh-oh. He finna let y'all have it. On the live line, it's the man. Byron, you hung up? Oh, Byron was like, oh, no. Let's go to the live. We got any more calls? Let's go to the calls. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hello. How are you? This is Katie. How you doing?
Hey, Katie.
Yes, I think in listening and reading some of the comments, going after the YouTube and the Facebook and Instagram, any how can I say, any videos with guns and maybe rapping about killing each other, maybe with the logarithms or however they do it, maybe we could reduce, because I know when they go after you and when they go after people that are talking about a lot of black issues and Facebook and stuff. That's Facebook and YouTube. When they want to interfere with something, it works. I mean, they start interfering. We push them to start interfering with the guns, videos, and just mess up these children's communicating with each other. It will work. Because, almost shut some people down. So I think maybe we should do that. Maybe that's one of the things we can do. And it's just like you said, with the families, I mean, the difference between your family and other families out here is something else. I mean, some people are still having babies to stay on Medicaid and keep their housing vouchers. It's a whole different world in other people's lives. So that's my comment. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate you. We got another calls up there? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Byron. Uh-oh. Byron,
yes,
you called back. What
Good
you
morning,
got for
Nate.
us? What's up, Byron? How you feeling, man?
Maze, I'm going to go light. I can't go heavy on you because they can cut me off.
No, I'm not going to cut you off.
Cats,
We're not going to cut you off.
No, I know you don't. But I'm just teasing, Maze. I'm just teasing, man. But what happened to consequences for your actions? See, back in the day, we were scared to do certain things. And these days, I have a permit to conceal carry, right? Card, right? I go through all this work to get my conceal and carry card, right? These cats don't have to do that because there's no consequences for not having it. What if they had a mandatory sentences for having those guns? If you get caught with one of those guns, you don't have your card. You don't have those cards. You go to jail. What that happens?
Then we try to jail trick though. Then we
no.
Maze,
There's gotta be consequences. There's gotta be consequences. You gotta be consequences, Maze. I want a piece of my community. I want to be able to have the women walking down the street without being scared. I want to have some kind of security. Give me some sort of security because I don't have it now, Maze. Maze, I'm trying to get out of here. And the only reason I'm here is my dad is here. I'm just telling you, I want to get out. But my dad is here. He ain't moving. I got to stay, right? So while I'm here, I got to have some kind of security. I tell my brother who's in Miami and Florida and my sister, I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it out of here. I tell them that all the time. Because what I see, there's nothing being done to these cats. The aldermen, the state representatives, all these black folks, they have no interest in our community. I'm talking the black ones. They have no interest in our community because I'm nervous. I'm a conceal and carry person, but if I dare shoot one of these cats who try to take me on, I'm gonna be full of trouble. Okay.
So Byron,
there's no consequences for these cats.
Byron, are you nervous? Are you nervous?
Of course, I'm nervous. Look, it's getting close to home. I'm over here in Pale Hill with Todd. I know he's nervous too.
Wait, you teamed up with
Todd?
Todd?
But we can't say that because you can say, oh, these are this little bad elastic kids, and no, they're killing people. They're killing people. It's different if they're just beating them up, but they're shooting and killing them. You're not gonna be here too long. We ain't gonna be here too long. We need our police. First of all, we need our police to get these guys off the street. If you want to run your car with your tinted windows and your Mac 8
I just got my windows tinted, man. What you trying to say?
Because they're hiding the guns in those cars at the officers. They're scared too because they can't shoot back. They can't chase them. They can't do nothing to them.
Wait, Byron. Now they've been doing all this stuff for all these years. We ain't even had 2 years off it. You saying that the police can't? The police can shoot people still.
No, Maze, talk to your officer friends. I'm telling you, they're pulling back.
Oh no, they are pulling back.
They're pulling back.
They like, you want it? You can have it. They are saying that.
Right. They're pulling back because they're trying to get to retirement. They're trying to get that big check, that pension check. That's all they're looking at right now. Why cause problems to yourself? Why cause a write-up? Why cause a desk job? All that nonsense paperwork. They don't want to go through that. They said, Byron, we ain't doing nothing. Let them let them kill themselves.
Dang, Byron.
And if you notice, Meg, another thing. If you notice, do you see black folks working on these trucks, fixing houses, doing roofs, doing sidewalk, doing construction in the street? Do you see black folks working on these big contracts? Doing this construction work in our neighborhood? Do you see any black folks doing it?
Mm-mm.
If you don't see it, that means you're not going to be here too long. I estimated 10 to 15 years, all these black folks on the south and west side will be gone. Because they're not going to be able to support the higher taxes that's coming. Higher taxes are coming. So all these people on fixed income going to have to get out of here.
Hold on. Hold on. That's why Carrie still finna be the assessor. She's not going to let the black people leave. Don't be trying that one, Byron. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis said you can't be talking about the queen. Hey, by the way, I need the I don't know what Tiger, I don't know what you said y'all was gonna call it, but y'all need to get on top of that. We need the social media rapid response whoop 'em up squad. We'll talk about that a little bit later. It's the Maze Jackson Show. When do we take this violence seriously, and how do we deal with it? Dang, y'all. And are y'all really saying we need to go back to locking people up? I thought we tried that. Deacon, you on the Maze? Oh, wait a minute. Is this Deacon Anderson?
No. Deacon Quarles. Oh, okay. I don't have a so-caller.
Hey, Deacon Quarles, thank you for calling.
All right. Listen, Maze, I've always said, we're fighting a war. We'll start with that. We're fighting a war on multiple fronts. We cannot approach this thing in a single front attitude. We got what they call it 7 mountains of influence. Let's start with that. The things that influence our culture and our behavior are the things we need to get control of. And that's not only just media, but that's education, that's business, that's religion. A whole gambit of things that we need to attack at one time. Because we've been attacked so long and so seriously, with such fever that it's difficult for us to even know where to start at. Okay? First of all, we need to start with the most basic unit that we have in our community, and that is a family. Our families need to be intact to the degree that at least each family has a mindset to want to improve. And from there, that's where we need to start. But we can't, we can't jump the gun and start way over here, way over there, because ultimately, if your families are not intact, it doesn't matter what you do socially or with all the money, whatever you put into it, it's not going to have the effect that it needs to have. We already know that part of the problem started when the males were out of home. Okay, the basic family structure was destroyed, and the snowball just ran down the hill. Okay, now I'm not saying that that's simplistic, but that is part of the problem.
Well, let me jump in. I agree with you. I agree with you on the fact that they have Deacon. Hold on, and don't hang up, Riis. I agree with you with the part that they have tricked us into believing that not having an intact family, not having fathers, not having a family structure, and I'm not saying that it has to be that married, because I think we've had they've figured out a way to make us say that we don't even need to have all of the components of a family, so there is no male need in some ways in the house. And then what you do see is there's a point when a man becomes a man, and I think you could talk to every black man that has a son, where that son he's a young bull, and he's trying to figure out his way, and as dad, you got to be like, hey, yo, and it doesn't mean that you have to be married,
this is the way.
But I do think that we've gotten to a place where we've gotten to a place in our community where we have not, and we have not
the male figure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you that I do believe that there is a piece here. They always say when the man stands up, the boys sit down. But if you have if you have emasculated the men, if you have always made the men be belittled, if in the space, if you're a black male looking at black males right now, in a lot of cases, you see yourself neutered. And so when you think about Francis Cress Welsing and why they waving guns and stuff, is because it is, in my eyes, a flex of their masculinity, which they don't always get to see because we've been denigrated to a point where, like, when they even count, they don't count black males.
Right. And the denigration goes beyond just that. I mean, look at I'm seeing Facebook posts with these so-called rough and tough guys with skirts on. I'm like, dresses, skirts, and people are looking at that like, oh, that's tight, that's cool. I mean, we have began to accept the things that are actually a detriment to our survival as good and as nice. So, there we
are. Thank you, Deacon. I think a lot of, I think it's a big circle. I think it's really a big circle, right? And I'm not going to say chicken or the egg. You know that thing where the snake is eating itself and it's a circle? I feel like that's kind of what we're caught in, right? Where our young men, like, we bought into this process, and now the process is creating its own cycle where I don't know where, and I don't know how, but I do know that we gotta figure this thing out. We got more callers? Anybody else on the line? All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna move off this subject. Because I got something else I want to ask. Really, what do black people take pride in? Right? We just spent all this time talking about this, and we're going to keep talking about it. But I want you to think about this while we take this break. What do black people take pride in? I want you to also give me a call on this, 872-259-7474. I think we take somewhat pride in, I think they've almost, I don't want to say tricked us, but our scars have become symbols of our pride in some cases. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIFTPM. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:35 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. In sports, Matt Kibler will homer twice against the Cubs. Rookie Joe Ryan will sit down at 11, and Cubs lose a close one 5-4. Now over to traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is now an hour. Outbound to O'Hare is 24 minutes. On the Eden from Deerfield to the Exchange is 65 minutes. Exchange back to Deerfield is 30. Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 77 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 33. On to Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 55 minutes. Outbound will be 44. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 58 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 26 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive south of 55th to Jackson is 16 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 9. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr is 8. Bryn Mawr back to Randolph is 11. Today's weather, it is currently 54 and partly cloudy. Today will be a high of 64 with a low of 52. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's Loch Ness with Terrorism on the Mays Jackson Show.
Is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narrative. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wilding with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Terrorism.
You gonna make you gonna
me by mistake.
You gonna point the finger at me and then have me say, I see how you be setting me up, man. This is how it all starts. They start disconnecting your mic cords and stuff. I didn't watch the Rick James Prince stuff. All right. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I've decided that somewhere in this space I gotta get, as we have these conversations, I gotta get some positive energy back in me. Right? Like, and so we spend a lot of time talking about death and destruction and misery. But what I'd like to do is talk about, what do black people take pride in? One of the things that we talk about is we don't have culture. What do y'all call it? Cultural capital? And I was thinking, like, where do we start that at? Right? Because in my next life, I'm going to be happy and motivational. I'm going to stop telling secrets. I'm going to start being like, and yes, if you too can live like the stars, right? But I want to talk about what do we take pride in? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. You know, a lot of people everybody was willing to call and talk about, and we tend to do this, right? We get to talking about the bad stuff and be like, yeah, this just the worst. But I got to tell you that there's something about black people that inspires me, right? That makes me, even in spite of all of this, something about being black, I still feel like I'm proud. Now, I'm going to tell you, I take pride in my stripes. Do y'all know what I mean when I say I take pride in my stripes? I take pride in my stripes. I think to be a black person in America, you have to have stripes on your back. i.e., America has whooped your ass. And I take pride in those stripes that America has whooped our tail, and we still here. And we still be like, yo, we gonna whoop. We still here. And in spite of every negative headline, I turned through this paper, boy, and I was like, boy, if you was to read the paper, you'll be like, black? Oh, God, no.
That's why I don't read it, man. It'd be so much bad in there. Like, it just...
But, Tennille trying to be a hater. I do take pride in being on the list. I don't be wanting to stand no lies. But anyway, bigger than that, though, bigger than that. What do we take pride in? Right? Like, what is it that we wrap ourselves? What are the things that we do that we can wrap ourselves around that become our beginnings of our cultural capital? What? And you know, I will tell you something. We do take pride in, black people take pride in a lot of external stuff. Right? Car, crib, clothes. But can I tell you something? I don't think that those things are necessarily wrong. I think that they put it to us as wrong, but I think everybody likes to be adorned just because ours is different. Right? Like, you know, I was thinking about, you know how we was talking about, well, not how we was talking about, but did y'all see the Rick James joint? The Rick James movie on Showtime. Did you know that Rick James, I used to make fun of him for them braids and them weave and all that stuff. Did you know Rick James based that on African culture? Like literally from Africa? And I'm truly proud to be black. Now, I think a big chunk of our pride in blackness does come from the fact that we know the world is against us and we stay here. But talk to me about what are the things that black people take pride in? Good, bad, or the ugly? Because I will tell you, we take pride in our gangster. We take pride in a lot of times in reverse. And you know why I say I think we take pride in our stripes? Because we proudly proclaim we're from Terrortown. We proudly proclaim we're from K-Town. Not that there's anything wrong with any of those. Right? We proudly proclaim we're from Holy City. We proudly proclaim we're from Inglewood. Salim talks about when he was in the service, all the brothers, no matter where they went, they was from the hardest part of that city. We took pride in being from Bolingbrook. Damn it. But what do we as hey, and don't trip. Did y'all know it's a part 2 of the Streets of Bolingbrook? Did you know King Sosa made a part 2? Part 2, Streets of Bolingbrook. We might have to bring that out next week. It's a part 2, dang it. We took pride in being from Bolingbrook. But what do we take pride in? Give me a call, 872-259-7474. I see my girl Cassandra on the live line. Cassandra, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up?
Good morning, Maze. Good morning, Riis. This is such a needed topic.
Thank you for bringing it to the forefront. First and foremost, I take pride in that I come from Roseland. And with that being said, what I did next, I had no examples of. Sure, it took a village. If you did anything wrong, you had Big Mama on the block that's going to whoop your tail until your real mama come home. We don't have that anymore. So when I got married in the 80s and worked in corporate America, I saw and I knew that if I didn't come home, if both of us are out of our homes 14-hour days chasing that dollar, if I didn't come home, we decided to have children, that we would probably lose them to the streets. They wouldn't have our values. They wouldn't have our character. They wouldn't have what we want to instill in them to have a solid foundation. So I was a stay-at-home mom for 22 years. Even my mother didn't understand that. You went to college. You got a strong back. You got a mind. Why are you at home wasting away? They don't understand the magnitude of what that did. That now created 3 successful graduates from HBCUs on their way to success. Now they are a value added to our culture to give back to the community and to give back to the world. That's what I'm proud of.
Oh, I think. See, you are so eloquent. You got all them big words. That is our girl, Cassandra Matz. On Facebook as Cassandra Red. Thank you, Cassandra, for your call. It was good seeing you at the speakers event too. Next up on the line, what are we proud of as black people? What are black people proud of? Let's go to the next caller. Butter, you on the Maze Jackson Show? Hello?
Good morning. What up, Maze?
What's up, Butter? How you feeling, brother? What are we proud of as black folks?
I think we're proud of ourselves. I think we're proud of the strong history, like you say, that we get it out the mud and we still have successful opportunities in all the arenas, from politics to just basic life. And we should be proud of it. The only thing I wanted to call was say is I caution the thought that we the only ones like this. I don't want to make it a black thing, right? Because if you reference the movie Grease, it was all about white boys that want to be bikers and go against the system, right? I think the more important question is to look at, they do the same thing we do. We all do the same thing. What's their process to go from being 70% to just a stay-at-home father or whatever it is that you reference to? So that's my only point. Like every culture has a boys in the hood. Every culture, the white girls don't want to be with the nerds. They want to be rock and rollers. They want to be with bikers. So it's not just us that do that. That was the only thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, I don't think it's only us. I think we have the most detrimental outcomes. I think that...
Right, that's what I would look at. I would look at why did they get out of it, and how do we assimilate to get out of it, or how do we process ours to get out? I think Farrakhan mentioned Pee Wee football team and stuff to groom the little boys. I think that would be a great turn to this conversation. We talk about solutions. Since we're not the only ones that go through it, how do other people do it, and what been ways that we were successful doing it?
So, I think that, and I think with that, I think every time we've been successful at doing it, they found a way to just physically just destroy it. Like, period, just break it. Like, yo, if they doing well, if they doing too well, we gonna kill them. I don't think that we don't have... I would always say that every other culture has it. I think we are the only people who have not figured out a way or have been systemically sabotaged from transferring our wealth. And now they're decreasing even that ability because they're going... Anyway, let's go to Crichton. Crichton, C-H-R-I-C. I don't know how you spell it, but caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
What mama say? Sound it out.
Crichton.
Maze.
Yeah.
This is Star.
This is who?
Star.
Star. S-T-A-R. Star, Maze.
Hey, Star. How you doing? I don't know what Riis up that spelling.
I'm good. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. How are you?
So, I'm great. I'm great as well. And hey, Riis. Okay, so thank you for bringing this topic to the forefront. I think it's a really important one. Just last Friday, FedEx rang the doorbell, and it was the degrees from my mom, my dad, and my uncle. It was a 15-year labor of love to get those degrees in my hands, and I'm still working on my grandmother's college degree. And in that research, I found that my grandmother would get in the car with 3 other women and drive from Mississippi Industrial College to Philander Smith College in Little Rock, Arkansas. They would drive 6 hours a day, 2 to 3 days a week,
in order to transfer those credits. All HBCUs didn't have all of the classes you needed to obtain a degree. So they would drive 6 hours, 2 to 3 days a week to attend the classes and transfer the credits to the school in Mississippi to obtain their degree. I am so proud of that. I went on to obviously I earned my bachelor's degree and also my master's degree from Kellogg. And it was an event that my parents were able to attend and be very proud of. Last weekend, I went to the estate sale of Claude Barnett.
Dang,
it was at 50, man, I would love to have seen you there, Maze. It was a treasure trove of Black history. And when I tell you that it was 5,000 something King Drive, when I tell you that the crowd was amazing, the people were coming out of there with tears in their eyes. They had their first edition signed books in their hands. People had pictures of Dr. Daniel Hale. And if there wasn't an Associated Negro Press, there wouldn't have been an Ebony magazine or Jet magazine. And so, I listen to your show a lot, and I feel like if we only knew from whence we came, like a lot of us just don't know. When you walked in that home and saw all that crystal and all of that stuff back from the 40s and the 30s and the 50s, we are a fine people. We are an educated people. We have art. We have books. I acquired a first edition book that I've been researching from that sale that was signed by a potentate from Sierra Leone that Claude Barnett traveled with. If we took the time, right here in Chicago, if we took the time to learn about ourselves and really take pride in who we are, what we've been, and what we have yet to be, we would continue and will continue to be a fine people. Thank you so much, Maze. I love you, bro.
I love you too, sis, and thank you. And I wanted to go to that Barnett. Thank you, Star. Thank you for that. Like, y'all, it's like we great. Like I could talk about all the stuff. We could talk about the crazy politicians. We could talk, but we as Black folks, cause it's like it is it's our stripes. I think most Black people, when they talk about it, it's our stripes that we are proud of. Because again, you think about it, we make it on 14 cents on a dollar. Think about that. 14 cents on a dollar. We make it. We survive. We even thrive. We got any other callers up there, Riis? Anybody else on the line? Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing this part. But what I do want to do is I want to make sure that we share the information. So I want to thank everybody who came out to the What's in It for the Black People meeting last night. We can't share all of our secret plans, but what I will say is that our meetings from now throughout the election season, if you are looking to run for office, if you are looking to learn how to be a political operative, we are going to use this next year to educate, inform, and train you all to be ready to operate in this space. We got to have some operatives. We got to have some Black folks that are doing, that can do these things. It's like I talk about a lot of stuff, and I tell y'all about a lot of stuff because I've had the opportunity to be in the room and observe. I think it's time now that we are now, in my estimation, we have reached a critical mass of informed people. But what can we do about it? What can we do about it besides talking about it? I often, politically, we have a tremendous amount of opportunity. What's in it for the Black people, the Political Action Committee, what's in it for the Black people media? Like, I don't know if y'all recognize and our consistency every day, your comments, what you say, what you share, all of this has influenced what is happening in the state of Illinois. And know that when people say what's in it for the Black people now, like I was at an event where the executive vice president of Spot Hero was like, "You're Mace Jackson." And he was all proud of himself because he said, "What's in it for the black people?" He's like, "White dude, what's in it for the black people?" And I was like, "Good job. Answer the question, though." Now, you should have seen his face when I told him to answer the question. Because we got him to the point where they saying it now, but now we got to get them to the point where they scared. And look, and the white boy next to him was like, "I told you, don't do it. I told you." He was cool. He didn't say nothing. You brought up what's in it for the black people. He's going to ask you, what is it? So then the white boy hits me with the, "We got jobs." I was like, "How much you make, though?" He's like, "I mean, we got people. Who on the board?" "Oh, you. We got to keep pushing the envelope. And I think that sometimes you got to find the people that believe. And what, you hanging up on me, Riis? Then Big Brother Kang Mufasa Red always says, go with the people that go with you. So that's what we're going to do. So over the next 9 months, if you have any interest in running for office, if you have any interest in being involved in the process, if you got any interest in trying to figure out this way, join us on the first Tuesday of every month at the What's in It for the Black People, at our location. I'll tell y'all. But it can't be all one person. And I'm not suggesting that it is, because it hasn't been. But it all can't reside in my head. We got to have 10, 20, 50 soldiers, candidates, army. Riis, why you up there giggling, man? You doing too much laughing, dog. I'm trying to be serious here. What's funny?
Oh, no.
So you're not watching the show? You're not paying attention to the show? You talking to somebody else,
looking directly at the show, the main event. What you talking about? I'm looking right at the main event.
Rule number 1, never outshine the master. No, just play. Hey, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I am cautiously optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm going to tell you. I just don't think they can hold us down forever. I don't. I think that even in spite of everything that we see, we are a righteous people that God owes. I think God owes us. Now, we got to turn our eyes back, because I will tell you, I do think that we have strayed very far away from what we know, right? This whole concept of we cannot survive without each other. Like, we can't. Like, we got to stop allowing them to make the divisions and the separations between us. They can't. It has to be when the women come. They can't say y'all come without the men. And men, we can't be like women, y'all got to stay in the kitchen until y'all got to be in the kitchen. I can't help myself. It's every second Tuesday. I'm sorry. You're right. Second Tuesday. Every second Tuesday. But y'all, there is a concerted effort. And if you kill the boys, they can definitely take the women. I know y'all think y'all tough, but ain't no woman beating no man. Not a long time. And so we ain't going to do it without each other. Like, I talk smack, I mix it up, I do all those things. But we are black folks, we not going to make it without each other. Because they don't, if you think you special, all you got to do is look at what's going on in Texas right now. And didn't your girl Kamala say stay home? Didn't she tell them to stay home? Put your head on a swivel. When you see your brother, when you see your sister, try to not mean mug. Try to make that nod. Try to make that acknowledgement. Try to start to connect that energy. Because, y'all, we got a mission. We got a plan. We cannot be defined by what they say. Twin, I'm glad you got out the car. Brandon, I'm glad you got out the car. Devin, I'm glad you got out the car. Riis, I don't know if you got out the car yet. No, I'm just playing. Riis, I know you got out the car because you here every morning. And then you working somewhere else in the afternoon. But we gotta, y'all, for those of us that got out of the car, and man, if you don't know what I'm talking about being in the car, it's okay. It don't make you any less for not having been in the car. But for those of us that have gotten out of the car, we got to start connecting the dots. We got to start connecting the dots, y'all. We got to start seeing each other. Look, and we got to, one of the things, and I do want to hit this, we got to figure out how we use language that brings us together, not tears us apart. And I know I got to work on that too. But we got to figure out how do we bring each other together, because we need the pencil neck geek accountants to count the money. I don't know what y'all did, but even when I was in the car, we used to have a nerd in the car too, because he kept the money, he kept us right. Everybody has a role. Everybody ain't gonna be the tough guy. Everybody ain't the minister. That's why it's a deacon board. That's why it's a mother board. It's 3 usher boards. It's 6 choirs. Because everybody got a job. Everybody not gonna be in the streets. But if they pulling in the same direction, we got to figure out how they fit in the puzzle. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. I'm thinking Ruthie Moore is going to come back on a Friday. We know Todd ain't coming. Oh, I'm sorry. Pencil neck is not flattering. We need the intellect. We need the like ain't nerds cool now? Ain't it hip to be square? Dun, 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 dun. It's hip to be square.
I told my son, I said, the cool kids these days are the lames back in my day. It's kind of weird, like.
But it could be kind of good, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like it's good though. Like I always think about the lames. You know what? There was one time when I was butter teeth back in high school. Well, it was really more grammar school. I never forget the guy who came to school and said, "You see all those people out there you're making fun of? One day you're gonna be working for them." And I just remember that. And then I didn't feel so bad being in the honors classes. Then I quit because I said to the teacher, I don't want to be smart no more. I want to hang with the black people. So I got out of all my honors classes. But that's just how I thought back in the day, because they never thought about how great and how smart we were. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. So for Riis, Ruthie, Maze, see, Sadiq was in the car though, but Sadiq always got out the car. Look, Sadiq could be with us the whole time. We'll be kicking it. He'll be president of the 40 Ounce Club. He like, y'all finna do what? He be like, pull over right here. Pull over right here. We be like, dog, he was like, you put the key in the car for Sadiq. That's why we couldn't kidnap Lisa, because I was with Sadiq. Now, if I would have had one of the other, Sadiq, she intimidated Sadiq out of the kidnapping. She was like, whoop up. Anyway, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson, for Maze, Riis, Ruthie, and one day, maybe, Todd. I am not Sadiq. Dave never even got in the car. You roll with the car riders, but you always like, call me when y'all get back. I had a 40s on ice. All right. Every day, for Maze, Ruthie, Riis, sometimes Todd, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, hey, y'all, we want prayers out to the families of all the young people. And God, could you please put a hand on our children in CPS and in this city and in the urban centers around the country? I am your host. Oh, and don't forget, October 12th. Y'all, is it October 12th? Or is it, don't forget, oh yeah, we got the What's in it for the Black People cookout. I'll tell y'all the details about it tomorrow. We'll be back. So, Maze, Riis, Ruthie, no Todd. And I'm trying to do this because Riis done fell out. He done had a conniption. I think his blonde ponytail done changed him up a little bit.
Hey,
Riis.
Hey, before we go though, like a real serious matter is, I don't know if you heard about the hit and run in Brownsville about a few days ago.
No.
It was actually a friend of mine. It was a hit and run. If y'all know any information about the hit and run on in Brownsville, I'll give y'all more information tomorrow. Please report it. She had to have her leg cut off and everything.
What?
She was parked legally. Drunk driver hit her in the car. She flew a half a block and they kept going. So yeah, man, keep her in y'all prayers and everything. But if you know anything about it, I'm gonna get y'all the date and everything tomorrow.
All right, man, Riis. If there's anything we can do, let us know. Hey, y'all, we'll be back tomorrow. We out of here.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black